Christmas Day, it feels like. Got my order from Snide Tackle come through. I'm going to fish this week as much as I can. I've got work to do, but I'm going to try and get as much as I can done. So, a nice box full of gear. And we've got the claw hooks. We've got size 6 of the claw hooks. What else have we got? We've got some cranks. I've got size 6s and 4s basically for everything, some more cranks. I think I've got some choddy claws. And then tail rubbers. Some wide gapes. Micro rings. Some quick chain swivels, some liner liners, critical those are for fishing here, anti-tangle sleeves, a few of them, those are tungsten ones so they're pretty good, some more liner liners, good old tubing. This stuff's pretty good, it's quite easy to thread. I've got 3 of those, 4 of those. Some more quick change swivels, some of their fluorocarbon hook link, we're giving that a go today. And we've got a nice bunch of leads. Let's have a quick look at these. I've got textured ones and I've got normal ones, so see how they look. Pretty good actually. You can have a good look at those. Pretty good they are. Great for the gravel spots. I've got 3s, 4s and 5s. We'll be doing a bit of reservoir fishing and river fishing this year, so I'll be using those down there. Mostly just use 3s and 4s on the lake. So yeah, these are the Calais sort of sandy colour ones. They look really good actually. Look good. Right, I'm going to get out, I'm going to go around to Mazes, get myself set up, get some rigs sorted out, and hopefully this week I can catch a few fish. Darling, no, you're all wet. No, what happened? Yeah, it's raining, isn't it? It's always raining. Yeah. As any lake owner will know, or those of you that work on lakes, there's always something to do, so I won't be able to fish every day and every hour of the day, but I'll try and get some nights down here. I'm over in Mazes. This week's all going to be about trying out the Snide Tackle stuff. I have seen it before and I've used it before, but I've got quite a big order from them, so I'm going to give it all a good test. I'm going to try different rigs, different baiting approach, really just trying everything that hasn't yet been tried. I do know things that work, so if things get tough, if we're not having any fish, I'll probably put a couple of rods back on what I know that works, but still be using the Snide stuff. And yeah, going to try a few different things. One thing that I am going to try is one thing I say to everybody not to do, which is spodding. So I'm going to spod a fair bit of bait out. I'm going to put 3 rods on one spot and I'm going to fish it all week. I'm going to put a good amount of bait in, 3 rods on the spot, spend the week doing that. I am lucky in the way that Rox is going to be fishing as well, so we'll have another 2 rods that we can sort of move about and fish margins and all that kind of thing. So yeah, lucky in that respect. So I can leave my 3 rods out on the spot and just wait and see what happens. Hopefully the fish move in on it. I have seen fish showing, not on the spot that I'm going to fish for the week, but I'm hoping they'll move in on the bait, and that'll give us another edge, if you like, a bit more knowledge to see if that'll work. So yeah, I'll try and get as much time as I can down here, hopefully land a few fish. It's been very hard fishing recently, not just us, quite a few lakes around us as well. Weather's been all over the place. Today it's been bright sunshine, roasting hot, chucking it down, windy and everything. So yeah, weather's all over the place. But let's get some rigs and that tied up, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna, as I say, spod this week, apart from the margin spots obviously, and see how it goes. Okay, let's start out with one of these combi rigs. I'm going to use one of them claw hooks size 4. So all I've done, I've got some end traps soft and I've stripped all the coating off. I'm only going to fish like an inch long supple bit at the end of this boom section. So I'm going to tie a knot in one end to make the hair, and I'll try and do these bits as quickly as I can so it doesn't get boring. And then give them a good old trim off. Right, then I'm going to get a blowback rig. Now, all of my rigs, when I'm fishing here, to be honest, wherever I fish anywhere, they've all got a blowback ring on them. Either a ring or a small piece of tubing or whatever trimmed off, just so that if the fish spits the hook out, spits the bait out, the hook stays in there just that little bit longer. I'm going to be fishing with quite big baits on this rod, so I'm going to pull that so it's a fairly long hair. Right, got that ring. I'm going to take one of these claw hooks, give them a go. Let's have a look and see how sharp they are. Cool, that's sharp. I've barely nicked that in, so yeah, very sharp. What I tend to do as well, if I just pop it in the end of my finger very gently and just see. That's how sharp that is. Look, it's not even touching the end of the hook. The only thing that's touching my finger is the point of the hook, and I've hardly touched that at all. So yeah, mega sharp. Happy with them, really happy with them. Okay, right, get the blowback ring. These claw hooks are easy, so make sure you get it in the right place. Goes right on that bend there, so nice and simple. Just pop that and hold it there for now. Take the other end, put it through the eye of the hook, through the back of the hook. You're going to whip away from me, always away from you, otherwise you end up with your stuff in the little crease that's in the hook there. Just how they make the hooks. Only gone up maybe 5 or 6 times, wetting it. I always hold all my stuff out of the way, turn the knot a little bit around that way. Give it a good pull. Because I turned it and held it out of the way, now that's nice and straight. So hopefully you can see that knot's nice and aligned. I only went 6 times because I'm going to put a good old liner on it. As I said, I do like these things. I do like kickers as well, but I just feel like the liners are doing much better than a kicker. They're not as aggressive, and they seem to be doing more bites than the old kickers are doing. So you started using them for quite a while ago. Liners definitely helps kick the hook over. Right, so I went through the small end of it first. That's going to go up the hook, up the rig, slide it on. Does help if you wet it, goes on a little bit easier. Now I have to twist it and tease it on. It doesn't matter. Just pull everything tight again after you've done that. Right, That's how we're looking so far. Nice and tidy. I'm going to tie a loop in this end now. And I'll grab my boom section that I did Blue Peter style, made earlier. All I did with those, because I want it really quite stiff, and if you're fishing a rig like this, you can get away with fishing a longer rig. Just means that, what's going on here? Just means that you can get the rig further away from the lead, and it still be effective. If you were trying to fish a long rig like this with supple braid, it's not going to reset for starters, but also it's got a lot more play in it before the fish actually gets a chance to get the hook in its mouth, if you know what I mean. Whereas these, I'm fishing a long rig here, so that's got to be probably 7 inches, maybe something like that, 7 or 8 inches. So I crimped them on. That's 35-pound boom from Corda, but yeah, crimped that on, and I steamed. It took me maybe 3 or 4 times to steam these properly. Steamed them nice and straight. So when I'm steaming it, I've got a little bit of tension on it, not too much, but a fair amount of tension on it with the rig pullers, and then put it in the heat, work it up and down, and then keep the tension on it once you've moved it away from the heat, and let it cool down while you're still holding it tight. And that just means it's cooling down in the position what you want it, so it's cooling down straight. And like I say, it might not happen first time, you might have to do it 3, 4, maybe 5 times, but each time you do it, it'll get straighter and straighter, and it'll be perfect then. Okay, so that's what we're looking at now. The only thing I will do is that sinker, I'll push that all the way down over that crimp, so makes it nice and easy. Looks really long, this rig. I'll measure it out I suppose in a minute, but like I said, that's going to be stiff the entire time, so it's cocked, ready to go the whole time. If that was just braid, it could be laying like that, it could be laying all over, and the fish has got to straighten out the braid before it's in contact with the lead. With that, the only part it's got to straighten out really, if it's not straight already, is 2 inches. So effectively you're fishing a 2-inch rig, but sort of 8, there's got to be 8 or 9 maybe inches, something like that long. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try a shorter one as well, and we'll see how we get on. This week for me is all about trying new things, see if we can figure out what they actually want in here. So that's the first rig. All that's left for me to do now is just put a boilie on, and then that one's ready to go. I'm going to tie all the rigs first and then get going. Alright, so that's the first rig done. What I have done, I was testing it in my hand, so I've put a fairly big piece of putty around that sinker just to help turn the hook over. And that is a bloody big dumbbell. We rolled them yesterday. We got a mixture from our bait supplier, and we've hand rolled those just so they're nice and big, and they're hard hookers, so they should last quite a while. There's been a lot of small fish pecking at baits, so like that's how it is. But if you can see how long my hair is, that's quite an important part about coming to this lake. You do need to fish a long hair. Usually I wouldn't fish it as long as that. I'll show you another rig in a minute, just because I've got that big bait on. So hopefully this gets us a fish, or certainly gets us an idea of what we need to change and where we need to go. So yeah, that's the first one done. Right, the second one I've tied up. That's N-Trap Soft that I'm using there. So I've got one of the Snide tungsten anti-tangle sleeves. Stripped it back just a touch at the end of the coated section there. Bit of putty. One thing I will say about this putty, it does not come off. Once you've put it on, it stays on, which is great, because I've tried loads over the years, and as we all know, it comes off. So another liner, like I said, I always use these. crank hook this time. Now these crank hooks got a little bit of a twist to them, so be interesting to see how that gets on. Long hair again, like I say, they do like a longer hair in here. Dutch is barking at the birds. Yeah, so I'll probably put an 18mm on there, maybe half a pop-up, something like that. We'll see how it sits. Same again, blowback ring. Yeah, that's rig number 2. So, tied a fluorocarbon D-rig. What I've done is used one of the wide gape Charlie hooks, and if you can see, put it on there because I'm covered in tattoos. I've used one of the hook beads as well up there just to hold the D in place. I do like to do that just to hold it up there. So again, it's a D rig, same as my other ones. It's sort of a blowback style. Now if you look at the micro swivels that they do, it's got a big ring on the bottom of it. Usually you would see just the top section of that, so it'd just be a very small swivel. But with that big ring on the bottom, as I've said already, they do like a longer hair on here, so having that makes it a lot easier to fish how we need to fish at this lake. So if it was just a ring, or if it was just one of the micro swivels, the bait would be far too close to the hook. So they work quite well for here, which is ideal for us. And then nice big D on it and blob the end of it. All I've done now is working up to the end, tiny bit of putty. That's just going to let it lay down whichever way it falls. So any fluorocarbon, any mono or something that you use, obviously I still need to steam this straight. At some point it will lean one way or another. So that putty is just going to help it lay down, rather than it laying down and it be sort of up off the bottom like that or whatever. That's just going to help it lay down. So tungsten anti-tangle sleeve, and then just a loop in the end. I'm gonna sting this straight and leave it for now. But I think I will try this on a heli setup at some point this week. So I'm gonna see how it goes tonight. If we don't do very well, then I'll set up a heli rig tomorrow. Heli rigs were working 2 weeks ago. A few fish came out on it last week, but as I said, it's changing all the time, so we have to change with it, I believe. So that's what I'm trying this week. Right, that's the spotting done. Once I put 30 or 40 out there, large spots. Like I said, I'm going to put a lot of bait out, so see how they react to it. Put spods out because the baits are going to fall in a little bit of a smaller area than a throwing stick. I'm going to get my throwing stick now and probably put another 30 or 40 boilies out there, but spread them out more. So the baits that are falling out the spod, like I say, going to be a lot smaller area, and for the bigger fish it's a lot easier for them to feed on a smaller patch of bait. If you think a big fish, if he's picking up single boilies, he's got to sort of tilt his nose down, take a boilie, come back up, swim to the next one, tilt his nose down, take a boilie and swim to the next one. So if you've got a bit of a mixture, a spread, and chucking it down again, and some areas where it's quite close together, it holds the bigger fish a lot more. So kind of two different approaches really in one go. So yeah, hopefully it works. In theory, we'll see how it goes. Now, calm down mate, calm down. Yeah, buttercup this one. Looks like he spawned, so that's a good sign. See if I can get him up. Oh, oh. Calm down mate, calm down. There we go, lovely. Give me a right beat up this one. Thank you buddy. I'm gonna get you back in. Let's treat that hook hold. couple of other marks on him from spawning, so we'll treat those. Get him back in, get some water on him. Gonna dry off the area and get that propolis on him. Good old hook hold that was. Got other mark up there as well, so I'll dry it off. Get the propolis in there. Good dousing of that. And then just wet it. Makes a nice waxy seal. Like I saw on the other side, a little mark from spawning. Just gonna dry that area there. Where he's had that from spawning. Get some of the old propolis on it. There we are. Splash it with some water. Look at that. Nice lovely seal. Let's get him back in. Same rig again, same spot. When I put out, I didn't even change the bait. And, this is Summers, this one. It's around about 38, 39 pounds, something like that. So, yeah, we're happy. It's just going to a little bit. Must have put 4 or 5 kilo of boilie over that spot that I was fishing the 3 rods to. And it's done a run. The one I fished 3 different distances. So one of my left hand rod, which is close to the island, was at 17.5 wraps. And then I did my middle at 17 and my right hand one at 16.5. So yeah, it was a middle one that went. So they'll all be going out at 17 wraps today. In here it doesn't sound like much, half a rod length, but it's a difference between being where I'm fishing. It's a difference between being smack bang in the middle of the gravel bar, just off it, and half a rod length off it. So yeah, the one that done the fish last night was just off the gravel bar. So we'll stick all 3 out on that tonight. See how it goes. That was on one of the new nutty flavour boilies that we've got. One of the big old ones that me and Rox have rolled up in the house. So yeah, good night, I suppose. Very promising. So hopefully we can learn from it and produce more bites from it. So that was on the little combi rig, so stiff boom, only about 1 inch supple section at the end on the old claw hook from Snide. So this is the rig that did the fish. Stiff boom all the way through. That's end trap soft. Big old bit of putty, needs tidying up a bit. This is the one that I caught on. Liner, nice supple section. Size 4 claw hook from Snide, blowback ring on it. And if I show you in my finger, like I say, it's done a fish already. Hopefully you can see how sharp that still is. That is still mega sharp even after a fish. That ink is straight in there. So yeah, pretty impressed with that, to be honest. I've always fished with Kamakuras, right? And they're fantastic. They're ultra sharp, but as we all know, anybody that's ever used them, they pretty much want to chuck. They certainly want to fish. So I've moved away from them because we've got quite big gravel spots in here, like any French lake. You know, stony, it's rocky and whatever else. So I had to stop using them because I was constantly tying rigs, and like a quick change thing wasn't really practical for the rigs that work here. So yeah, well happy with that. That's going back out. Same rig, just going to put a new bait on it. Probably do steaming it a bit straighter, but I'm going to put it back out. Yeah, happy. Well, this is the mess that I'm trying to sort out. One rig there, completely tangled in all this other mess. So yeah, didn't want to be doing that at 1:30 in the morning. And well, happens to the best of us. Well, I gave up trying to untangle those rods, so I've got all the line out the water. There's no line in the lake, and I've just cut it. So got to put tubing and all that on again. Gives me a chance to show you just how easy this stuff is though. So this has been out in the lakes and it's a little bit wet. Ideally you want to do this when everything's bone dry, but so I've just sort of stretched it out a little bit, not too much. Let the bail arm open on the rod. Now it goes through very, very easily, this stuff. I've cut the line at a bit of an angle, a little bit of a burr on it. Right, sorting that line out now. Might be a bit boring, but I'm trying to show you in real time how easy this stuff threads. I mean, we've got a, right, let's start in now. I don't know how many seconds it is. You need glasses, but our roll is a minimum of 75 centimeters of tubing, but ideally if you can get to a meter, that's perfect. I mean, everything comes in 2 meters anyway, so you might as well try and get a meter of it through. But this is just gliding through. Like I said, I've got the 18-pound Nash bullet on, but this stuff goes on just as easy on the 20-pound sub line. Not sure what it's like on smaller line, you know, 12-15 pound, because I don't use it, but if it's anything like this, it go through a breeze. We've had people come, and obviously the rule that we have is to protect the fish. You know, if you're lucky enough to come here and catch our fish, you'll know that they're in pristine condition, and most of that is down to the tubing and the rules that we have. So yeah, when it's easy like this, it is frustrating, I do get it, but when you do it how I'm trying to show you here, it really doesn't take long. Let's that come through now, see? Don't know how long that was, a minute maybe, if that. So that's on there now, and this is super heavy, this stuff. You can see how heavy that is. Just holding one end of it and the other end, that's super, super heavy. So just how I like to fish. I have everything pinned down. I always fish slack lines. But yeah, decent stuff, easy to thread. It's probably the thing that people dread most about tubing. So it's not expensive. Order a pack and give it a go with whatever line you're using. Oh, the battery's not died. Okay, so just put that rod out. Now, I will always fish back leads where possible and a slack line. So my first rod I've put out, that line was really, really slack, and it's tightened up again now. It can take up to 20 minutes for it to sink properly, and I'll just keep pulling line off. So I've got my rod now, straighten the line with my hand rather than the rod tip, so I know I haven't moved that lead. I'm going to pop it down in the bite alarm, and I'm just going to let the line sink. I'll turn the alarm off so I'm not, there's no one else here, but turn the alarm off anyway. I'm going to let that sit now, and I'll keep watching the end of the rod. Clutch is set, put the bait runner on. I'm just going to let line out a bit more slow. I'm just going to let line out. I'm just going to keep letting that sink in, and fish fairly slack. So I'm fishing leg clips on these two rods. My other one's on a heli setup, so I do need to fish a bit of a tighter line on the heli one. So I'll put a heavy back lead on, and from this side of the lake is a gradual slope down to the spot where we're fishing. So a tighter line isn't going to spook the fish too bad. If you're on the other side of the lake, it goes deep before it comes back up again. So fishing a tight line from that side is not as efficient as doing it from this side. Still possible, but you get much better line lay from this side of the lake. So just going to let them nice line sink down on that second one, and because I'm fishing leg clips on both of these, I don't need a tight line to set the hook. The weight is already going to do that. So it's a shock and run rig. The swivel's just about pushed in into the bottom of the leg clip, so there's enough just to set the hook, and then it's completely free running. So I don't need to fish tight lines. I don't need to spook any fish. I can fish nice and slack. I know that there's not going to be any lines going right through the swim. So especially with the microbarbed hooks, microbarbed hook, once it's in, it's in. It's not going to come out. So good size lead, shock and run rig, microbarbed hooks, slack lines. A lot of the time I don't even put my bobbins on. I will at night just to give me a bit better bite indication, but during the daytime when I'm sat by the rods, I don't put them on at all. I just let the line stay nice and slack. So last rod, away we go. Right, so this is what I've been feeding them. Yesterday I put 25 kilo of pellet out, but these are the boilies that have been going in. Mixture of everything really. There's nutty flavoured ones, fish meal flavoured ones, bugs in there, SLK, all different sizes, 10 mils, 15, 18s, 20s, all in there. They've been going out with a throwing stick, so yeah, good amount of that going. This bucket 3 days ago was full, so it gives you an idea of how much I've been feeding them. And as I said, I put 25 kilo of pellet in there as well yesterday, so yeah, good amount of bait going in. As I said, it's win-win for me. I've got to feed the fish anyway, so if I don't catch them, at least I've fed them. But at the moment, we're doing all right. I'm just putting one at a time at the moment. I'm not too bothered about where they go left and right, as long as they're going the right distance roughly. I'm fine with that. I don't want it bang on the spot every time. Left and right's fine, just don't want it too short really. Too long, that's fine. Left and right's fine, just not too short. But yeah, I get a good 2 kilo of this out, so my arms are going to be knackered, but we'll get it out and then leave it for the day. Rods are in, got hard hookers on. I know they're not tangled, they've all got combi rigs on. One's on the heli setup, 2 on the leg clip, so that'll be it. Maybe till tonight. I might even leave them in till tomorrow morning. We'll see how it goes. Won't they? Now about an hour this one. Put 2 kilo out of boilies over that whole area where my three rods have been. Middle rod this time, so they're definitely all in that area now. Been feeding that same spot, fishing the same spot for 3 days now. So yeah, definitely works, definitely worth waiting, keeping you cool. I've had to sit on my hands quite a lot this week, but I've stuck at it and they're definitely moving on it now, so yeah.
Remember me, I'm the one who had you, baby. Remember me, I'm the one who had you, baby. Remember me, I'm the one who had you, baby. Remember me.
just wound the line up tight to where the lead is on the dam wall. I'm just going to make sure it's clamped in.
Okay.
I've got my bait and rig ready. I'm just going to go round, find the lead and then sort it all out there. Going to clip my rig on and pull this up. I'm going to walk down to where I'm going to put it in. The line's going to feel a little bit tight and then it'll loosen up as I'm walking. It'll feel tight again and loosen up, so hopefully we'll get a very tight line. I've gone past my spot, and because there's tension on the line, when I throw it in, everything's going to be pulled back straight.
Run, one down by the tree that's in the lake. We weren't too close to it, but unfortunately got snagged on one of the branches. Luckily we managed to pull it free, and then it got snagged up on the reeds, so went out in the boat. We didn't pull for a break. I've went round to the other side of the lake, got the boat out and managed to get the rig out safely. We didn't pull for a break, as I said. If you are here, just give me a shout if you get snagged up. I'll always come out in the boat whatever time of day it is. That hook was still razor sharp, so all I did was just put it back over the side of the boat. Hopefully we'll get another run at some point. So yeah, happy with that hook, happy that we got the rig out. Good time we've had a run, so early doors today, so let's hope for a few tonight.
Gang, 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 gang.
And this is what happens if you take a dash hound fishing at night. They go in the lake. Look at you. Where have you been? Look at you.
Absolutely drenched.
Well done. Beautiful, darling. Beautiful fish. Well done. Yeah. Beautiful. We'll just treat that hook hold.
Shame not getting a chance to weigh them really.
No.
Hey darling, thank you so much. You're a little beauty, aren't you? Oh.
Well done, darling.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Look what I'm wearing.
Well, as usually the case when I'm trying to relax fishing, Dutch has got to be stuck somewhere, and her new spot is a nice headrest for me. It'd be nice if she didn't keep farting, but you know, can't have it all. Nice little ghosty this time. This rod been out on that spot. Look, should I go in the lake? Since 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. This rod's been out there. I haven't touched it, haven't refreshed the bait, nothing. Here it is. Lovely little ghosty, that. Beautiful. Yeah, left it out there, that rod. There's no need to keep changing. Especially if you've got hard hookers on, that kind of stuff. Yeah, very happy. Let's get him back. Right, another one. Right character this one is. This one's called Gobzilla. You'll see why. Right, funny fish. There we go. Relax, mate. Relax. Yeah, Gobzilla. Same spot, same rig. So yeah, really happy with this one. Right, old funny thing. Well, that's the end of a few days for us. Rox joined me yesterday. I fished Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday nights. Can't remember how many we had, 10, 11, something like that. So pretty good. It's been hard going recently, so yeah, pretty happy with that. Figured out a few things, figured out what rigs are going to work. Also the fact that I was fishing one spot, loads of bait, and the bites kept coming. I'm a bit gutted really that I've not got time to fish the rest of the week, because it's built and built and built. We had 4 or 5 fish last night, so they're definitely finding the bait rather than us chasing them around. They're coming to us, so yeah, definitely the way to go. Snide Tackle stuff, brilliant really, to be honest. I'm not just saying it, I don't have to say it, but yeah, really good. The hooks, I only had to, I think there was 2 hooks I had to just touch up a little bit. So I'm just getting past the aerator. I had to touch them up a little bit, maybe after 3 days, but it was literally 5 seconds with a little file with a stone and they're good to go again. Rocks got snagged on a tree, pulled the hook out of the branch it was snagged on, and it was still sharp as hell, so we just put it back in. So yeah, very impressed. Great prices, so cheaper than other stuff, especially, you know, no carp tax and all that, so it's cheaper, but it's not cheap shit, if you know what I mean. So yeah, performed really well. Very happy. So I'll get back up to the house, see Duck, she's barking already, and we'll catch you next time.